You are listening to a podcast of the Geek.io Media Network. For all of our shows and more, visit geek-io.net. And to help support the network, head over to patreon.com/geekio.
Play.
Hello, gentle listener. While Geek.io holds its talent to the highest standards, what follows will likely involve the sort of language usually reserved for sailors on leave. If you're of a delicate disposition, then perhaps you would consider a different podcast.
You really aren't playing, are you? Fine.
Now for a lesson.
Konbanwa, Anime Otaku Show e yokoso. Good evening. Welcome to the Anime Otaku Show.
You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you what they really mean.
Remember, we will be discussing all episodes up to the ones we talk about tonight. Anata go supporter o kinishi nanara. So yo, if you don't mind spoilers, welcome.
Go beyond!
Hello, amigos. Buenas noches. Yo soy.
Nachos.
Oh, sorry, wrong language. Hi, everybody. This is the Anime Otaku Show. How is everybody? Sure, I'm switching things a little bit.
We're alive.
Yeah, we are live. Hi, yeah.
We had tacos.
Yay, tacos. So did I. I had tacos. It was delicious.
Yeah, but Carrie made them.
Oh, now I'm jealous. So this is the episode 10 of the Anime Otaku Show. I'm CJ. I forgot to take down any witty nicknames. Boat. Drink. And joining me tonight are, of course, Josh.
Hi.
Carrie.
Hi.
And just Delbert.
Hello.
What? Delbert? Yeah.
What?
We're crossing the streams, you guys.
We have officially done it. Anime Otaku, the Anime and Gamer Geeks official crossover has happened.
Ta-ta.
Yay.
Gatai. They're gonna combine.
This isn't even our final form.
No.
Now we've got two heads, bastard.
Fusion.
Oh fuck! Now we're old. Now we're really fat.
It's that sequence in Shinkenger where the mechs are all stacked on top of each other because they got tied wrong.
I got that reference. I'm the only one who does, but I got that reference.
Yes. Hey, Delbert.
Sup?
What are we
How's it
talking
going?
about tonight?
The shows we're doing tonight are episode 8 and 9 of Darling and the FRANXX, 9 and 10 of Grancrest, 8 and 9 of How to Keep a Mummy, and only episode 21 of Ancient Magus Bride.
Yes, because I was warned ahead of time by multiple sources that because I'm going through some personal things in my life right now, that episode 22 was not a good thing for me to watch this week. And by damn it, if more than one, by damn it, especially if Josh goes out of his way to warn me about something, and then Delbert immediately looks at me and says, "Yeah, you probably shouldn't watch that," I am fucking going to listen.
Yeah, we actually paused
you.
and we paused the end credits and we were like, we need to warn CJ.
Yeah, and Delbert was over here when you guys said that, and I looked at him. I go. So apparently, Ancient Magus Bride isn't good for me this week. And Delbert kind of looks at me, and goes,
Yeah.
Good looking out, Delbert.
And I'm like, yeah, no, definitely not watch that one this week.
So I appreciate it. Also, I'm going to make an executive decision right now. We're going to start with Grancrest War, by the way.
Yeah, we need to address the horse that doesn't know how to run in the room.
Yeah. This is the last week for record. This is the last week for Grancrest War. I'm calling it. No, we're done.
Yeah.
So, all right. Episode 9, The Black Princess. Let's start with that.
Yeah.
And this is where my primary issue is. How the hell to start this piece of garbage?
How about no?
Shit got fucked, yo.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
So it only took us 4 episodes to get back to the goddamn castle, which was super important. After, for some character reason, why the Duke, what's his face, Edgar from Final Fantasy VI, turns his back and says, "I don't want your advice anymore," to Celica. Like, what? Like, it just felt like, and then from there, like, they confess their love to each other, and like, fuck, I don't have any idea what's going on in this goddamn episode.
I can, and the thing is like the work that's put behind these, you know, supposed keystone moments. I can tell that they're really trying hard to craft something, and it's like there's two different teams working on this story.
Absolutely.
You've got the people doing the big moments, like, you know, that the confession between Teo and Saluka felt like it should have been something. Like, I am the shipping fanatic. You guys, if you watched the Mana Pool, you saw my reaction to the shipping email. I enjoy this kind of thing. And I was watching this episode and thinking, I should be freaking out right now. I should be squeeing right now. I should be thinking how adorable this is. They've been into each other this whole series. This is supposed to be great. Why aren't I excited? Why don't I feel anything? Why don't I care?
Because it was preceded by a 2-minute voiceless montage that didn't need to fucking be there. Like, they could have separated like the entire time and like had like the build to this dramatic, glorious movement instead of having it just passed over by a voiceless montage. Have them go through, show the fact that he saved a child. Like, Teo is a fucking hero. Like, he is a good person. But they cover it up by not doing it. They just brush past it.
Okay, under the rug, you.
And with the thing with Villar, like saying, "Oh, get out of my house. I don't want your advice anymore," felt like it was staged. Like he wanted to get them out there to go do things. But there's no payoff for that.
Since you, it's been 4 episodes since you've been to that thing that you said was important. Go away. Like, all right, so.
And that's the least of the problems with this episode.
I actually ripped my notebook on this episode, because I have never been so insulted. So I write down, man, I really fucking love the Lawrence of Arabia night, like that the awesome prince whirling dervish.
King.
Yeah, like I fucking love. I wrote down, I fucking love the Scorpion King. He is awesome. He is strong. He is smart. He is charismatic. He has what's going on.
And then he goes and rapes
You're going
a
to
girl.
be my conquest tonight.
I literally wrote that down, and then he fucking raped Marine. I literally ripped my notebook at that.
And just to point out, because I know there are probably going to be some listeners who were like, "No, she agreed, she consented, she had the ladies take off her armor." No. He used his leverage because he knew she needed his country's army to fight this war that she wants to fight. And he leveraged that. If you don't let me fuck you here and now, you're not getting my help.
Yeah.
That is coercion. That is rape.
Yes, absolutely. It is just
because the yes technically happened does
You're
not
still-
mean that he was not
It
forced.
was a yes under duress.
exactly. You are forcing a yes, which is just
as
about
bad.
as say the fucking her when she says no.
Almost worse, because then you can gaslight her over it.
This is record of the Grancrest War, which we are never talking about again. Like, I am done with this fucking show. Like, so this show takes the hold on.
While
Oh,
we're
look,
while
we
we're talking
collected some trolls.
Hey, trolls.
while we're ban hammering or whatever it is that we're doing, because I have the show notes up right now.
I agree. Josh looks like a snack, a delicious, delicious snack.
Um,
I don't know if that's supposed to be an insult.
I mean, I've been told I'm extremely sweet, so
I mean,
yes, you are.
I don't know if that's supposed to be an insult or not.
This show started out so strong. It had this amazing ensemble, and the first couple episodes, I was thinking, man, I cannot wait to see these awesome adventures these guys have. And then they immediately break up the ensemble and send them off to Lassic, and now it's some kind of weird Game of Thrones ripoff.
Oh yeah, we got trolls. Yay, trolls.
I mean, hey,
Yeah.
people check tuning in, so Whatever.
So no, it is not just a, Carrie being a feminist. No, I'm a feminist. Josh is a feminist. Delbert loves everybody.
Or hates everybody, depending on how
Or
you look
hates
at it.
everybody, but he is both. He's just Keanu Reeves. So I mean, there's that constant Bill and Ted, and also John Wick existing in him at the same time.
Just never know what's going to happen first.
So this show takes what people like, shits on Record of Lodoss War, like the legacy that it has beyond it, takes what apparently the Japanese, at least the studio, thinks that people like in Game of Thrones, and even takes that and shits on that. It is a miserable experience that I've been trying to defend it. I have been trying to defend this fucking show.
I have been wanting to like it despite its obvious and numerous faults.
Yeah.
There are still characters that I like and care about in the show.
And none of them have been in the past couple of episodes.
No, exactly. Like, it just, I don't understand. I don't understand how a show can take this much of a heel turn this quickly. Like, but none of it makes sense. Like, when Madoka did it, it made sense. Like, that world was crushed and dark and weird. But it never really set out to be something that it wasn't. This show took a lauded franchise and a lauded studio and chopped it up and shat on it. Like, it's not good. Like, we've been saying for the last month, pacing issues. Nobody understands what the hell's going on, because sometimes it'll be days crossed in a scene flip, and one will be like months apparently, and then like several hours or like 2 minutes in a cutscene. Like, none of it makes sense. None of this show at all makes sense. And again, might be my personal thing going on right now, but I'm really fired up about this shit.
It's completely understandable. I mean, we really wanted this one to be good. It had a strong pedigree going into it, and
It had its. Go ahead.
it's almost more insulting the way it's panned out than Juni Taisen was.
I was actually about to say I fucking liked Juni Taisen more than this, because at least there was there's no bastardization. Like, Juni Taisen was just bad, and that's fine. Some things are bad. Like, but there was no insinuation. There was no balancing point for this. There was no bar. Like, we went into Juni Taisen. I was kind of expecting edgy Fate Stay Night, and we kind of got edgy bad Fate Stay Night, and that's fine. This show is insulting.
I mean, Justin did say it was a bad adaptation of a novel, and it really is at this point a very bad adaptation.
Yeah.
It's like they adapted a copy of the book that got put through a shredder, so it was missing several key pages.
Right?
Don't need this, don't need this, don't need... Ooh, a sex scene, we'll keep that.
Josh, you are apparently a massive... You have got a fan person in the chat.
I mean, they're trying to troll, and that's cool. I get that people do that to get their jollies off. So, you know what?
Also,
if they think it's hilarious to ask me to stroke my beard and I stroke my beard, it's whatever. We're still doing our shit.
Tim Haight asks if I'm single. Look who's available, who's visible in my camera. So no, I am not.
Sorry, I got to her first.
I don't fucking know. Like, and by the way, episode 10, at least it didn't have rape. That's literally all I can say about episode 10. It didn't have rape.
It didn't have rape, and it did have a magical nautical laser.
Yes, but the rest of it was still bad. Like,
oh yeah, undoubtedly. But I mean, come on, magical nautical laser. That's fucking awesome.
It's just like, I wasn't this insulted watching Juni Taisen, and in Slack I called it this season's Juni Taisen, and then I thought about it. I'm like, no, I would watch
it can't be that bad.
3 or 4 more times than this. Like, it just, I don't fucking know. I don't get it. I don't understand. And and Justin's apologizing left, right, and sideways for it. No, it's not your fault that this show is bad, because I didn't realize this show existed. And if I would have seen it, I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do it. I'm so in on this show.
See, the thing is, Justin doesn't have anything to apologize for because he recommended the show based on the pedigree that it had.
Yeah,
And
with the names attached to it, it should
with,
be a
with,
lot
with the
better.
names attached to it and the pedigree that it had going into it, it should have all rights been a good show because of that. But it's like betting on the surefire bet racehorse with the strong pedigree, and then it breaks a leg.
Yeah,
There you go.
exactly. Moving on. I'm done here. Any other comments on this fucking show before we bury it in the ground? I'm done. We're not watching the show again.
I was kind of against the pacing before episode 9 even came out.
Yeah, so was I.
It was like at the beginning of March. I'm like,
It
I'm
was super
not sure
jaunting.
how I feel about this.
Man, I love
Like
troll-
the pacing had ADD.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, sorry, people in the chat. We will, if you hang out after the show, we'll be glad to chat with you and hang out. But we have to get through the show. Unless you have stuff about the animes that we're talking about, absolutely. After that, we'll have a Q&A after the show if you want to hang out. So, let's talk about a good show, Darling in the
Which
Franxx.
one? Oh, yes.
So,
Let's.
Yay.
So, I love how last time Josh flicked me off because I didn't like one episode. I still stand by my laurels and not liking that episode. I rewatched it again, and it's not my favorite episode of the series.
It's okay. I mean, even a great series is going to have, the odds of a one-off episode that you just don't like, and that's cool because everybody's tastes are different.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I went back and rewatched it just wholly, before everything
Mhm.
happened.
Yeah, no, that I mean, the fact that you gave it a second shot just to make sure, I respect that.
Because I'm like, maybe it was just where I was rubbing my wife's back while I was watching it. I can't see how I could be in a worse place than that mentally. Well, like maybe it's just something didn't like in my head or something. Nope,
Yeah,
I still just
That's cool.
not for me. However, episode 8, Boys X Girls, and episode 9, Triangle Bomb, were really fucking good. Episode 9, Spontaneous Puberty. Oh God!
Simultaneous puberty at that.
Apparently, all at once, and it's such a strong force it's detectable from computer sensors. I don't know.
Puberty's so fierce, the computers pick it up.
It shows up on radar.
Well, you notice how they were talking about Hiro's yellow blood cells? These kids probably have like nanobots in their bloodstream that are monitoring all of their vitals and hormone
Or,
levels
the
and stuff
suits.
like that.
Oh yeah. There's absolutely. They're always under monitor. They're always being looked at.
They're like Truman Show shit right there.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Boys X Girls is literally just dealing with, and I love this. Like, this is one of the fun ones where they don't have to be in robots. They don't have to do anything. Like, I love how it starts off with a literal hentai monster spewing goo all over the girls and making them naked, and then the boys are like, oh.
Oh, I like this.
Oh,
Don't tell them!
Yeah, don't tell them. Goro, what are you doing? No, it was Hero. Hero said it's a 02 because they're already freaky. Like, it would not surprise me if they have not already slept.
Yeah,
with
like Hero with 02 wouldn't care
Yeah.
about that.
Oh, no.
Everyone else would, but
Well,
02.
if you
like,
notice-
I've already seen. I mean, what
If
episode
you-
1? He already saw her naked.
Yeah, and also if you notice at the end of that battle scene where all the 4 less experienced girls are wrapped up in towels and glaring at the boys, 02's out there just loud and proud, hands on the hips. She does not give a fuck whether you see her or not.
right? I fucking love her. She is fantastic. Like, she is
She really is a great character. I love her
She's just-
so much.
proud, and I love that. Like, and I think that might have been one of the issues that I had with the beach episode. It had less focus on 02 and the rest of the girls trying to become like into themselves and things, and the rest of the characters kind of getting into themselves, and like especially Ichigo trying to be 02. Like, I just don't like that. I like her being her own thing. And I understand it's a character arc. She's going to try and become 02 and then realize that she can't be and then move on.
Mhm.
Like, I understand that's her character arc. I just don't like the journey getting there is kind of lumpy for me. but like, yeah, just she is fierce and just loves like being seen and being noticed, and people aren't running from her because of her horns. Like, she is just happy to be in a group, and she doesn't care if you stare at her when she's there. Like, yes.
Well, and she knows that when it comes down to it, she's worth being stared at, and not in a bad way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like I'm fairly sure, based on what we've been presented of Zero Two's personality thus far, if she had been alerted in the cockpit,
I think she would have wiggled her ass at him.
exactly.
Like, I could just see her. 02, your drip. Oh, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Does the control still work with this?
How's the handling?
And then hijinks ensue. Like, they do the trope of splitting the house in two, and like,
And they did it. It was good.
it
was
really
good.
was.
And can we talk about my personal favorite moment? Well, it was technically the favorite sequence of that episode with the hijinks. First of all, the endless supply of bathroom bowls
Yes,
they just keep chucking them at these poor guys who got duped by Zero Two.
02, because she's fucking awesome.
And then that look on Zero Two's face when she's got the basket of clothes under her arm and Hero catches her with it. It's the same look as like when you catch a dog or a cat with like a piece of food they stole and they know they shouldn't have, but fuck if they're not going to eat it anyways, and then she bolts.
Right. And like, watching those two flirt in this episode was just great. So well done, because they did this amazing way of making them flirt without making it like,
Hey, hot stuff.
yeah, like it was so well done, and like you could feel the attachment of those two characters growing.
You could
even
feel the
more.
chemistry.
Yes.
And that's the thing.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say, like, 02 might be trying to flirt, but Hero isn't. Hero is just interacting with her the only way he feels like he wants to, and it's coming out as flirting. And I love how natural and organic that is.
Right? It's so sweet. It's so well done. Like, and you feel the connection between those two. It is tangible, and I love it. Like, it is as tangible as butt handles. Like, I forget butt girl's name.
I think her name is like Miku or something like that.
Something like that. She's my least favorite of the girls, so it's really hard for me to.
Pigtails.
Yeah, pigtails. Like, I love the fact that she is the one that just freaks out because she's obviously the most immature. Her and Zerome are the most immature of the group, of the couples, and that's fine as a couple. You have that group that is super immature together, and they work together because they're immature together.
They're on the same wavelength.
Exactly. It may irritate everybody else, but damn it, those two are the strongest fucking couple there, because they operate as one on their stupidity. Like,
Well, and
I
they
think
had
that's
to
part of
go
the main
through
draw,
some,
too,
yeah.
of
They ha-
putting people together.
Yes.
and they had to go through some shit to get there too, which a lot of the other teams haven't had.
Yeah, because he's so headstrong and she's just kind of whatever. I'm just gonna keep doing things. And
Well, I mean, it almost got them both killed.
yeah, almost. Yeah, exactly. It was almost killed them both, and that ties them together on a tangible way that not a lot of the other ones on this episode have yet. Like, even 02 and Hero only have that to a certain point, because it was only really ever Hero in distress of dying until the whole Gundam wing thing happened.
God, that scene.
It was so good, but it's just Gundam wing to me, and I love it. This is not an insult, by the way. They performed their endless waltz and had an awesome scene, and it was fantastic. But like, for the most part, only Zerome and Butt Girl like had that life or death moment. And that's amazing, and they work well together, and I'm still kind of sad that he's not a girl. Just putting that out there.
I think everyone is a little bit sad about that. You know, everyone who actually cares, because apparently some people still don't like this show.
Yeah, like, we were actually having a discussion in the pre-show of like, everyone in the universe, everyone in the anime universe that is not like directly in the Darling in the Franxx fan area, like hates the show for some reason. I don't understand. I don't understand the hatred of this show.
I think what part of the problem is when it came to light that Trigger was doing another mecha anime, they were probably thinking it was going to be more in line with Gurren Lagann.
Yeah. And it's more of an evolution of, if anything, Kill la Kill than Gurren Lagann.
Well, it's more of a culmination of everything they've done so far.
We've had that discussion, but it's more so, like you said, they wanted Gurren Lagann, and they got more of like Kill la Kill with Gurren Lagann, like,
and Kisniver,
like all rolled into one, and this is what they presented with. But I think you're right. I think everybody just wanted Gurren Lagann season 3, and like it's not that. So,
but again, like Trigger is always breaking new ground. They don't repeat themselves. They explore new themes with every single thing they do, which is why we love them.
Yeah, I just point whenever somebody says like, you know, they just wanted this, I'm like, they don't understand how Trigger could get to this point. I'm like, go watch Little Witch Academia. Like it is something that's so like drastically not Trigger that it goes full circle into being Trigger. And they're the only fucking studio that can get away with doing that. Like they're the only studio that I know of could go from Kill la Kill to a shoujo anime. Like that is well done and very well orchestrated, but it is essentially just as you would assume, because I think they did it just to kind of poke at My Hero Academia, created that for girls. And yes, awesome. Fantastic.
Basically, what we're saying is that Trigger is the pseudo of anime studios. They do whatever the fuck they want.
Yes.
And the people who know what to expect from a Trigger / pseudo production get what they come for.
Yeah.
But I do particularly like with you know the episode that we're currently talking about, how with Niku and Zorome, they did have that little bonding moment once all the squabbling was over and they're, you know, getting back to normal. It's like, you know, I'll try not to argue too much. It's like, I don't know how you could. I'm too cute.
Yeah, like that's yes, that was adorable. Good job. And like the resolving of the previous Dorm 13.
Oh yeah, like, I really just love how they had this very lighthearted and whimsical episode that still had some decent depth to it with these revelations.
Yeah.
Or confirmations of revelations, rather.
And just the end of it where they planted the lilies, I think it was lilies. Because I promised I would remember. Kokoro. She's like, hey, in the she starts telling people about the language of flowers, about, you know, tells douchebag boy the language of, Mitsuru, or whatever the fuck his name is. I don't care. I still don't like him.
You're not supposed to.
He still makes Glasses Chan cry, and I fucking hate him for that. She's like going on about the language of flowers, and she's making you realize, like Josh said, she is the most maternal of them, even if she doesn't realize it yet. That's the reason why she has the baby book and nobody else. And of course, in Trigger fashion, they produce this by having her have the most giganticest boobs and focus on those because it's Trigger and they do those kind of things.
Well, and to be fair, ever since humans were able to draw on walls, breasts have been representative of fertility.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And she did mention too, did you guys notice that when they're having when the girls are having the discussion in their dorm, she's all, oh, I think that's how it's born.
Yeah.
And then immediately tries to cover up with the future, hope, dreams.
Yeah. She's reading the baby making book, you guys.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if this is how we're going to get the unfortunate dark side of Trigger, and if something isn't going to happen to Kokoro.
Yeah. Especially with this episode, she started flying the death flags pretty hard. And sadly, I mean, we have to think about it that way because this is what Trigger does. Like, the only one where you didn't really have a character who, you know, that was beloved that didn't leave was Little Witch. Like, you had characters be removed in pretty much everything else that they've put out.
I mean, at least we've passed the episode 8 flag that was set up by Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
Neuro.
Sonic. That fuck.
Close enough. I thought I recognized the bottle. It's good stuff.
It is. It is really good. Like I didn't think I was gonna like it. The melatonin one works so well.
Sleep. Yeah. Anyways.
Anyways, on to Triangle Bomb.
Hoo boy.
Hey, we get our mech episode, you guys. We've had a couple not at the mechs.
Goro is such a good guy. I just want to give him a hug.
Oh my god.
So good. This poor guy has went through his entire life playing second fiddle to Hero, and he's okay with that. And damn, it's so.
I love when jealousy doesn't turn ugly like that, or he can recognize this is what makes you happy. I just want you to be happy.
Yeah, exactly. Just
like I wish I could be in his shoes.
But she's happy, and that's what matters.
Exactly.
And I have been there plenty of times, so like I could completely relate with that. It was kind of weird, like, and thank you for putting me into a show, at least teenage me into a show like this. Like I can relate to Goro on so many levels. And alongside of that, we had some really fucking cool like things that we never knew. We had evolutions of the mechs even. We didn't know that they had a ejector for the girl, which was that was really cool to find out.
Right.
Apparently I figured they would. They have a self-destruct mechanism, because what mech doesn't have a self-destruct mechanism?
For situations exactly like what happens in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a mech stranded next to the thing's core.
Yeah, exactly. Blow that fucker up. And Goro's like, yeah, this is what I'm meant to do. I'm just gonna blow it up. Bringing me back to more like I had a severe Knights of Sidonia flashback on this episode, big time. Like, Delver, you haven't been on the show before. Have you watched Knights of Sidonia?
I think I watched the first few episodes. I don't think I ever actually finished it.
Damn it!
But it's been something I've been trying to do. But at the time, I didn't have the HD Netflix, so it looked really bad.
Yeah, that's true. This episode just felt like a Knights of Sidonia episode, and I loved it. Like, it was so well done. You know, having Goro flat out say, "Hey,
I think I love you."
Yeah, I think I love you, and that's okay if you can't say it back to me. I just needed to let you know that.
Also, that same scene, he leans on her.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was asking him to do.
Yep.
Just let me stay like this for a little while.
Yep. Neither one of us have to be strong. We can just be here for a couple of minutes. Nobody else needs to know. And just, it was so good. It was
good episode.
Yes. Like I kind of wish that I would have watched this episode existed after I watched the Black Princess episode, because I mean, well, I do and I don't, because I think that it would immediately just make me turn off Grancrest, never to even watch episode 10. Like, so, Mummy.
It's so damn cute.
It is so adorable. And we now have a new Mummy fangirl in the form of Rachel, because I sat down with her to watch it right before we came on, and she's just like, I want to watch more of this. Go for it.
You have the controller. You can watch it.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere. This thing is printing money.
I'm waiting for the merch to start, because
yeah, it surprises me that Crunchyroll doesn't have anything for them for official yet. There's the off-brand ones that you can get if you look hard enough, but like I want an official support the original.
Support the official release.
Exactly. I want to support the creators of this. I want official merch. I don't want to deal with like offhand black market bullshit. Which might be the show title. All right, so we had the introduction of, new places, strange friends. We figured out who the grandpa is.
He's
so cute.
He's so adorable. And he's just like, yeah, they come and they honor me and they're awesome and I like these two. So yeah, I'll do you guys favors, no problem. And then a god shows up because fuck you, there's gods.
Well, I mean, that's classic Shinto belief, is that everything has a spirit, and
And
the older something is, the stronger its spirit gets.
this is the god of this temple, and I just like how Tachan's like freaking out when Sora's yanked off, and Sora's just like, yeah, this is the god. I'm having tea with a god.
Oh yeah, she said she'd watch them for us.
Yeah. It's like, you now have a god for a babysitter. Nothing could go wrong.
Oh, that god is so fucking adorable.
Yes.
I think my favorite part was after Mikun disappeared. She was like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
2, 3. Shit!
Oh no.
So much is expressed by these creatures without a word. Like,
Without even a face on this
Yeah.
one.
yeah, yeah, exactly. You don't even have eyes like you even have with Mikun. Like, it is like so much is expressed in the show without any dialogue or anything. Grancrest War. Like, God, that show pisses me off so fucking much, you guys.
Deep breath. Think of the mummies.
Because with the mummies, you don't want Mikun to be sad.
Woof, okay. Like watching Mikun explore and find out that there's this unexplored, unnoticed, magical universe that just exists on top of this one. And again, yeah, it's Shinto where everything has a spirit and everything is, there is a mysticism beneath the realism. And thank you for exploring that. And again, no dialogue. Like, you understand that unicorn is adorable and looks cool, but is a jackass. And it never said a fucking word. Like, that
Fucking
unicorn
squirrel.
unicorn is the cheerleader in your high school. Like,
And then you have the extremely old Kitsune,
yes.
who's
Yeah.
just chill as fuck.
Yeah. Like, I saw that the Kyuubi come around. It's like, oh, this looks so cool. This one I watched on my cell phone and then immediately went and watched it on my TV. Like, I couldn't watch the forest scene without having it in high definition.
Oh,
Like,
definitely.
Oh,
the rest of the show I've been able to just pretty much watch on my phone because it's ice cream, it's fluff, it's cute, it's whatever. Like, but this episode, ancient Magus bride us to hell and back. Like,
Oh my god, the feels bomb on this episode.
oh my god, yes. It just like I don't know how a show like that is supposed to just be fluff. We picked this to be nothing. This is nonsense. It's been adorable. There's been no conflict, no nothing, and then just like, here's some feels. I don't expect feels out of my mummy.
Right, and it was really cool because this episode, we've known throughout this series so far that there is the whole spirit world thing going on, where there are all these fantastical creatures,
And
but
where to
this is
find
the
them.
first time we see more than one of the same type of creature,
Yep.
because we meet the other Oni child,
Who I
and
like
there
we
is
have a
also
payoff-
another dragon,
We have a payoff in the next episode about the Oni child, and I think it's fantastic.
right?
Also, the Oni child flirting with Mikun was just fantastic.
It was so cute.
I didn't know I needed a Oni flirting with a mummy until I watched this episode. You could stay here if you like.
I
His
really
little
like-
Mushroom Hollow house.
the part where they're like talking to each other and they're completely misunderstanding the other one's thinking.
Exactly. You can't go home.
It's so good.
This show is too good for us, you guys. Like, this show is just,
This show is the cinnamon roll.
it really is. And like, you get the cinnamon roll and you don't expect to feel attached to the cinnamon roll. You just expect to enjoy it. Like,
And can we please just give mad props to the sound department? in this anime.
Oh my god, yeah, because again, no dialogue at all in this. So you have to convey a lot through sound, and they do so well in this.
I mean, just complex emotions expressed with a what?
Yeah. Like, yeah, too good. The show's too good for us.
And it gets better as we roll into the next episode.
Yes. Kind hands, warm hands. Tachan's episode.
Fucking hell, you guys.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. This show, you guys warned me about Ancient Magus Bride. All right. Finding an attachment to this thing that you say that you hate after it's gone and only after it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I sat and cried through this entire episode. And because again, it's not anything conveyed on the surface. It's, Tachan being tsundere like he is and comedy ensuing, but then just like him going through these motions of I didn't realize that I needed it. I didn't realize what you meant to me until you're gone. And
Hits you like a ton of bricks.
yeah, it does.
And especially because, like, at least with Ancient Magus Bride, you can stop and think, okay, this series has hit me with some serious fucking feel bombs already.
Yeah.
But you don't expect that because Mummy is so cute and fluffy. And how could this ever possibly? Why am I crying?
Yeah.
Where did all these onions come from?
Yeah. So I mean, I've hinted at it. I lost my mother on Sunday, and my mother and I have been distant at best my entire life. And even sitting at dinner today, I made the comments of, I've spent so much of my time hating this woman, and now that she's gone, I don't know what to do. And then coming and watching Mummy and watching somebody else deal with that, it's just, it was hard. It was hard, but thankfully this show does really great things with being able to make you feel these things, and then, oh look, it's adorable. Sorry, I found Connie. Oh, it's not Connie. It's the cool little Oni child from before that was flirting with Nikun. And they found his pants. Oh, that's so cute. They found his pants and they got wet because they stood in the river for too long. Like it was
little Connie cosplay.
Yeah. Oh my God, the Connie cosplay was too much. It was too much.
And the sign that they made.
Yeah, the welcome home sign.
That got me.
Yeah, that was crushing. But in a good way. Like, it wasn't like you did like
It wasn't a soul crushing cry.
Yeah, it wasn't like as we'll talk about in Ancient Magus Bride, whenever Nevin shows up, I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna start crying.
God damn it, the Feels Dragon is here.
I wrote that as one of my notes, by the way, for the next episode.
Hey, I'd rather have the Feels Dragon than the spoiler owl.
Yeah. But I just seriously, I just sat and cried through this entire episode, and it wasn't a negative cry. It was catharsis. It was weird seeing.
Hey, look, this is a representation of something I'm going through.
Yeah, and it was real. Like, it took me it took me completely by surprise, not expecting freaking Mummy to give me this. Like, I see Nevin show up, I'm like, shit, I'm gonna cry. That's fine. Ancient Magus Bride has established that they are not afraid to pull punches. This has been fluff and ice cream and cinnamon roll, and just fucking made me cry, and big gross tears because it was really referential of what I was fucking dealing with. And thank you, Mummy. Thank you for this. I kind of make a grump at it, and I kind of make fun of everything, but this was good. This was a very good episode, and it was something that I needed. So thank you, Mummy. I appreciate it. Sorry.
It's all good, man.
All right. Agent Magus Bride.
Holy shit.
We've got a lot to unpack in this episode alone. So Elias goes off the fucking deep end.
Yes. Yeah, like flat out just loses his shit because again, he doesn't know human. He doesn't know how to human.
Yeah, it's definitely right up his alley, though. Like,
Yeah.
it's something that I knew that he's probably going to eventually try to do.
Well, because he made references of it before when, he didn't like, he kind of walked out of the room with Chisei and
Stella.
Like they were just talking and laughing and he walked out of the room because he was grumpy Elias. And yeah, now so yes, he's going to try and do anything to save Chisei. I understand that. And
To him, Chisei is the only human that matters.
yeah. And that's completely in character for him. Like, unlike Grancrest War, this turn on him was scripted. Like,
It's not out of left field.
exactly. You knew he was this kind of being.
And we've shown him starting to get more possessive with her when she so much as tries to move away from him by a foot, he bites her shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah, so like Ruth kind of surprised me. Like he seems like somebody who would at least honor human life. Admittedly, yes, Chisei's above everybody else, but I think he like that one kind of came out a little bit on me.
I think it's also the fact that now that he's her familiar, what happens to him when she dies?
Well, apparently he could stay around because he was the church dog.
But he wasn't a familiar then.
Yeah,
If she
if
dies, he dies.
Yeah, that is explicitly stated before, because when Elias mentions that, like when Ruth basically says, "Hey, throw a Pokeball at me," Chisei like kind of looks to Elias and asks him what's going on, and he explains what sharing your life means, and he explicitly says, "When you die, he dies." And it makes her almost reject the contract.
Yeah.
Until Ruth kind of pulls her back and says, "I know what I'm asking for."
So, I mean, I can understand his, desire to save Chisei, but I think he would have put up a little bit more of a fight, especially with somebody that Chisei is so close to.
Ruth sees his sister in Chisei. And that works the same way as Elias. They put him on a pedestal because this is the closest thing to the family that they know.
Also, Ruth didn't seem like he knew what was going on until Elias had already crossed the point of no return, because Elias literally walks in, sees Ruth on the bed, and is like, "You would choose Chisei no matter what, right?" And Ruth is like, "What the fuck? Yeah, can I go back to sleep now?"
Yeah.
And by the time they get to this point, there's nothing really Ruth can do.
Yeah, because he's not going to be he's not as powerful as Elias, so it's
It's kind of like a Stockholm syndrome type situation.
Yeah, might as well just continue on with it.
And Elias may have even convinced him. We don't know what Elias told him either.
Yeah, because I mean he's good with his words as well as anything else. Like, Silky man, freaking the reaction on her face when Chisei comes home between seeing what Elias is doing and knowing that what her reaction is going to be. Like, she just looks so distraught. Like, she gave that look of like, I tried, but I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, she's only a house god, basically.
Yeah.
And she knows what happens if she loses her home and the family that lives within it.
Yeah.
And as much as, she loves these people. She is invested in them, in their family, in their home. She does not want to become what she was again.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that like that single, like 5 seconds of her being on screen, like that was a culmination of that flashback that we had of her a couple episodes ago. Like exactly. She knows what will happen. She can't go back to that life, but she understands what is about to happen. She knows Chisei is not going to deal with this well, and there's going to be a fracture.
There was as much conveyed on her face in this episode as there was in Mikun and Mummy in the last couple.
And I love the fact that Silky can't talk. Like, I'm glad that they keep her silent.
Well, I mean, she is a banshee, so.
Yeah, she wails, people die.
Well, she wails because people die.
No.
She is the death knell, basically.
Yeah. But I'm kind of glad they didn't play with that like they did with the vampire girl. I love that whole thing. And again, 30 seconds on screen just spoke
massive impact
volumes. And Chisei, like, fully within, like, she legitimately for good reason freaked the fuck out. Like, there was no like underselling that. Like, this is her best friend, and this 10-year-old girl, she's working her ass off to, you know, work with you on trying to find a solution, but working with you is not killing her best friend. Like,
and also, she explicitly told Elias, let's do this together. And the first opportunity he gets, he sneaks off without her and plots to murder her best friend.
Yeah. And she calls back on that. And
yeah, that's the thing that she explicitly states. That's the thing that hurts her the most, is we agreed to do this together.
Yeah.
That is as much of a stab to her as the fact that he goes for Stella of all things. And because he just freely admits to getting rid of Stella because he doesn't like the way her existence makes him feel.
Yeah, that's the reason why, like, yeah, exactly. Instead of going, you know, he's okay with not killing the dragon, but he wants to kill this little girl because jealousy. And that yeah, I mean, again, like Delbert said, it's all within character. Like, none of this is something that, like, I don't know, you spend several episodes building this amazing character only to have him to rape somebody on screen.
Like, honestly, if he's not already, I really want Felix to watch this series, because he's been questioning how to write a quote-unquote villain that isn't necessarily evil. And I said, well, first of all, you remove their ability to empathize.
Yep.
And if he watches the way Elias acts on some occasions, I think that will really help him, because Elias perfectly nails how something powerful behaves when it has no ability to empathize with what it is dealing with.
Yeah, he's a sociopath, and not necessarily in a negative way, but yeah, he just never learned how to empathize because he is some conglomeration of something that isn't human.
And his original teacher was an elf.
Yeah.
So
and that's the thing, is nobody can tell him how to be what he is because there isn't anything else like him.
Yeah, he is the only Elias. He will only ever be the only Elias, and like people.
He wasn't born with a genetic rule book for himself like some creatures are.
Fucking sneezing my glasses while crying.
And he points that out when he mentions that Chisei is the only one who looks at just him.
Yeah.
And Reggie in the chat brings up an excellent point. He's like a kid. He is mentally a child.
Yeah.
He may be hundreds of years old, but you can't learn how to be something if you've not actually been taught by somebody.
Exactly.
Or if you haven't had examples, like he's a hermit.
Yeah, and he's had good examples of humanity, and like they flashed to Angelica as a baby. By the way, baby Angelica is the cutest fucking thing.
So cute.
So we have him showing experience that he can relate to humans on some level, but those are few and far between when he's hunted or, put down by the church or, cast out by the Fae.
And it's also that he has seen humans, but he's not actually felt anything about a human before.
Yeah. Like
and
the closest
that's
thing
a different thing.
The closest thing he's felt to a quasi-mortal is Santa. And he's not human, as we found out. He is probably an elf.
Lindell is Lindell, and we love him for it.
Yeah, we do.
Lindell is just fantastic, but he's not human. So like even he can only like he attaches more to dragons than people. Like so his
Wouldn't you?
humans are Angelica, which is fine. He was a baby. You help raise, help nurture this child. So learned how to deal with babies. Lindell, which isn't a human. Then he's obviously had run-ins with the alchemists, sorcerers. Sorry.
Because Lindell basically taught him magic and taught him how to function.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Go away! Now you're not my child. Go do your thing in the world."
How? What do? Sorry, I can't leave this place.
Yeah, I'm stuck here, so you can either stay here. I don't want you to stay here, so you can either stay here against my will or go. Just go.
Yeah, and as Rob put in chat, how do life?
Yeah, exactly. So again, he finds out about Angelica. Again, baby, much different than a romantic interest.
I'd say for most people, but who knows?
Unless you Taylor Lautner's character in the Twilight movies,
right? And then like he's had run-ins with sorcerers, which go against everything that Lindell taught him is good. So these humans are bad, especially Cardophilius.
I mean, and
Cardophilius.
They also go against everything that he is.
Yeah. So like these humans are bad. This tiny human is good, but she's she is somebody who can react. She's on my level because she's a child.
And then we see him finally get an example in Chisei. She teaches him what the word loneliness is, and a few episodes later, he's saying it's lonely without you.
So yeah, he attaches to her, he learns from her, and it's complicated. I mean, we all kind of went through that.
no sensei.
Exactly. We all find that one person, especially like our first love, like growing up, and it's relatable. I mean, obviously without the dragon curses and Titania, but it's relatable. And again, it's the characters are well within what they're written to be, and that's what's important. I do like the fact that Chisei is basically, as a slave Aggie or whatever, is essentially just like the Omni Magus. Like she has song magic, she has animal magic, she has elemental magic, she has transformation magic. Like
she basically has whatever magic the neighbors feel like lending her, and all of them love her.
Yeah, because she tastes good. Like, and I like how her dealings with Ariel, right? Ariel.
Yeah, Ariel.
How her dealings with Ariel went. I just need you to work with me. Like, you could take whatever the hell you want. And seeing Itty Bitty Air Fairy pissed off was
my god.
Great. Like, nice callback to the first
maximum
episode.
Amount of sass in minimum package.
Nice callback to the first episode. None of this would have happened if you just would have came with me. Like, and that's kind of the callback. Like, this is the first non-Elias magical being that she had dealings with.
Mm-hmm.
So, and now, like, this is attached to her, and she is attached to her on a point where Ariel's able to manifest emotions that I'm sure she wouldn't normally feel because, oh no, Elias is killing a human. Whatever. Normally, but she's attached to Chisei because I'm guessing she drew on her a bunch. So, raging typhoon, like that was just awesome and so well done.
I don't really know why we're angry right now, but she's angry, so I'm angry.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's the thing is I think Ariel does kind of understand a little bit because it was this episode. She states, "Yes, I like you because you're a slave Eggie, but I also like you because you're you."
Yeah.
But that also I think comes down to the fact that Chisei has that personality.
Yeah, she is somebody people like, which the magical people like, because apparently her life before was so shit that she had to sell herself.
Well, the thing that I've noticed about Chisei is that She doesn't see species the same way a lot of the sorcerers and a lot of the other mages do. If you are talking to her, she will listen to you.
Unlike other magic users, she doesn't see the neighbors as just something to use.
Yeah, including Elias, by the way.
She grew up seeing them, so I'm sure she's had plenty of opportunities to chat with some of them and has realized that they're no different than any other person she's ever seen.
Yeah, they're people to her.
Yeah, and that's amazing, and that's so well done. I like how she's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna let you follow me. This is ridiculous. I'm taking off your leash and pieces the fuck out. Like, good for you.
I can't be with you like this.
And I can't say I disagree with her.
No, not at all.
And like you could almost feel the impact that statement had on Elias.
Yeah, like the
Like
dropping.
I'm surprised his head didn't like snap like he was hit.
Yes. And like just the drop of the pendant, just you felt that drop, and it was just, oh man.
And like when she says that, the reason it hits so hard is that's when the dots connect for him and he realizes, oh, I fucked up.
Mm-hmm. And what the hell's going on with Cardophilus, guys? Like,
well, unfortunately, that's next episode.
Okay.
So you'll get some of the resolution there when you watch that episode. But as I've been explaining to Reggie in the chat, we're not talking about that episode this recording. So next time we do this show in 2 weeks, it's going to be a 3-for on Ancient Magus Bride, which I believe is going to take us to the end of the season.
Yes. And it'll work because we won't have to talk about the shit show that is Record of Grancrest War. So we'll have
That's
to
true.
talk about it.
So basically, 2 weeks' time, we're going to have the finale of Ancient Magus Bride sprinkled with some other anime.
Yeah, right. We're gonna get some mummy cuteness and like, yeah, but most of it is just gonna be the finale of Ancient Magus Bride because,
and which really, what's surprising me at this point is has anybody seen any announcement about a second season for Ancient Magus Bride?
I
think
am
so.
now looking it up right now.
I have not, but I know a lot of people are expecting one to come.
Well, that's the thing is, like, we are definitely and decidedly heading towards a climax, but I have not seen any announcements myself, and I'm just sitting here thinking, are you waiting? I mean, this is gimme. I will make it rain. I will support the official release. I'm trying really hard not to order that $200 set of little figures.
Reggie is saying that apparently they have heard that Ancient Magus Bride already caught up to the manga, so we might get an original ending. But I do know the manga is still ongoing, so maybe they're just going to give a couple of season breaks to get some buffer material.
Yeah, we're getting the English translation of Volume 9 as scheduled for September 11th, 2018. So it is... she started drawing just drawing manga. I thought she was drawing this manga when she was 7 years old. I'm like, Jesus. The mangaka is wanting to continue it. So and it's making bank in Japan and here. So like,
also, mangaka is female?
Yes.
Fucking hell, yeah. I did not know that, and that makes me love this series even more.
Hold on. Her name is Kore Yamazaki. The mangaka that created the story for Ancient Magus Bride's anime made her debut only 6 years ago, but already Kore has become famous for her vision of fantasy. The story has been translated into 14 languages, and the manga has sold millions of copies on worldwide.
Fuck yeah!
So the mangaka is wanting to keep it going, but we may get a Attack on Titan level release where we may be some time out between season 1 and 2.
I'm fine with waiting for more as long as there is more.
Yeah.
Because damn if this doesn't need to continue. Because damn if it isn't the best anime that has come out in a long while.
Better to wait for a few months, years, than to get something crappy in about a month and a half.
Yeah,
exactly. We don't need Ancient Magus Bride GT. Sorry, CJ. Continue.
Exactly. As of this publishing, anime production company Wit Studio has not announced anything official about Ancient Magus Bride Season 2 release date. However, this article will be updated as soon as the premiere is confirmed. However, there can be reasonable speculation about when or if Matsuhoshikai no Yomi Season 2 airing.
Mahotsukai no Yome.
Yeah, that one. I'm tired. So yeah, they're talking to maybe, next year or at minimum before we get look into doing this.
I'm fine with that. I mean, as long as it's been worth the wait, I'm totally okay that we're just now getting a sequel to Fooly Cooly.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
I was happy to wait for Attack on Titan Season 2 for as long as I did. Like, I love Attack on Titan, and Season 2 was great. Like, I was okay with waiting as long as I did, because they came out with a quality product, and that's what counts. Like,
So absolutely do not skimp on what you've put into this first season.
yeah. But yeah, there's, like I said, she's wanting it to talk, or she's wanting it to continue on, so there's a fair chance that it's going to continue. It's just going to take some time. She has to write a gorgeous story about gorgeous people and gorgeous things, and just keep going. Amazing.
I need to go buy the manga.
Right.
Please support the official release.
So there was no Dragon Ball Super this week because they're dragging that pony out as long as they can. However, it has been officially announced that it is not ending, because why would it?
It's what we all thought. This is just a season finale.
Yeah, it was really dumb for people to assume that it was not going to continue. Like, that was so dumb for them to think that it was going to end on a fucking tournament arc. Like, come on.
Well, not to mention also that it was going to end. I mean, it finally started back up again after how long?
Yeah.
They got Akira Toriyama up and working again, and like it's Dragon Ball.
Yeah, you're not going to get rid of it. They're going to do the movie that's coming out in December, and that's fine, and that's great. Yes, focus your good people that you have working on Super right now. Focus it on the movie because you want another movie like Attack of the Gods, not like Resurrection F. So get the movie out, get the celebration of all things Dragon Ball for 30 years out this year. Awesome, do that. Then you can refocus your efforts on Super. Maybe skip it past Z, because right now there's no issues going. Like, Goku's going to win the Universal Survival arc because there's an end of Dragon Ball Z.
Also, can we please draw Trunks and Goten to actually look their fucking age?
They're 13 in the anime, you guys.
They look 5.
They still look the same as they did. Exactly. They still look like the same as they did, like, right before the time jump between Cell and Boo. Like,
yeah. Like, I honestly thought that this took, like, a couple years between Boo and Super.
Yeah, no, there's several years. Like, it's so dumb. It is so dumb. I just, like, all right, fine. You keep poking at the wanting to write out GT as canon. That's fine. We're all okay with that. Just go. Just do it. Like, fine. The end of this ends. Goku gets his blue gi because Whis super proud of him for getting Ultra Instinct. That's cool. Then we get Oob, and then next season starts, and we're past the end of Z. We don't have to go on the Grand Tour ship. We don't have to do any of that weird shit. Goku doesn't have to be a child again. Just go past Z, because that's holding this show back.
Can I just take a brief second
Of course.
to talk about how immersion breaking Goku's breathing was when he was getting into Ultra Instinct?
Oh, did you actually watch it?
We watched the last couple of episodes because we really wanted to see Vegeta do his Vegeta thing. And I wanted to see this, Ultra Instinct shit that was being hyped up so much. And then Goku started breathing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is she sitting there in front of the microphone with a bowl of noodles just going... Because that's what it sounded like.
this last episode was promised a lot of things that we didn't get. It was like, oh yeah, we're gonna get mastered Ultra Instinct. No, we didn't. We kind of got that at the very end, but we just got more weird mid-level Ultra Instinct thing, like Goku and Jiren playing cat and mouse with each other again. Had some cool animation about it, but yeah, we were promised mastered Ultra Instinct last episode, and we didn't really get that.
And like I know it's probably not something they could have really maintained, but I really liked the light shaded Goku.
Yes.
That was awesome. There is one thing I will say about these fight sequences, though, and I know why they're doing it. One of the few things I liked about Record of Grancrest War is when they were actually trying with a fight sequence, the choreography was fucking amazing. When we see Goku fighting Jiren, you see them flying around a whole bunch and a bunch of fist blurs and occasionally ship breaks. And I know that they're drawing that because, oh, look, they're moving faster than the eye can see them. Look at how skilled they are. Yeah, but all I see is this.
Yeah.
Like, I want to appreciate... I shouldn't have done that. I just got adjusted today. I want to appreciate the skill of these martial artists. I want to see, you know, do a bullet time sequence where you can actually see their movements, see them throwing punches and blocking them.
Yeah.
And actually doing things rather than different variations of the little light burst effect when they hit each other.
Sadly, you got that with the previous two Ultra Instinct transformations. Like, you understand that he is full Buddha at that point. Like, he is a Batsuba, pretty much. Goku is just full-blown, like, borderline Buddhaing at this point. Like, you get to see him fluidly move towards, you know, and dodging everything that's being thrown at him, and the movement's actually moving that. Sadly, you got going into the crescendo for your introduction to Ultra Instinct.
But the thing is like, it didn't feel like a crescendo because it was hard for me to feel that energy and that buildup when that's literally all I'm seeing.
Yeah, sadly, Toei doesn't prescribe to the Stan Lee school of thought of everybody's first viewing is somebody else's everybody else's continued viewing is somebody else's first viewing.
And like and I've seen some of the Ultra Instinct episodes already. I've seen a couple of them.
By the way, that's the reason why we introduce ourselves after on the beginning of every show, because yeah, this show's been going on for 10 episodes. Fucking Geek IO has been going on for 220 something now. Like, but it's always somebody's first viewing on something. So them pulling back because they're spending so much of the animation budget on next episode when he goes full Ultra Instinct is really ridiculous, because sometimes that is somebody's first introduction to Ultra Instinct. This is this cool marketable thing, and it's new form. It's the first new form in 20 years, something like that, whatever, since GT came out, but GT's not canon, so they don't care. Like, the first visible change, because Super Saiyan Blue is Super Saiyan with blue hair.
Which, by the way, thanks to a snarky British man reviewing Gashapon toys on his YouTube channel, I have discovered the superior name that form should have had, which was Super Cyan.
Nice. Nice.
I mean, come on. That just rolls off the fucking tongue.
But yeah, I mean, like, we were sitting there watching this episode, and I'm seeing them, you know, oh, look, it's breaking apart the stage. They're raining punches down from on high, and he's fighting back and actually hits Jiren. And I'm thinking, man, I should be excited right now. I should hear the raising fighting spirit playing in my head. And instead, I'm looking at my watch.
Yeah.
While Goku does this with his arms.
Yeah, like, yeah. So, oh my God, he's moving. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, this last episode, like I said, there was a lot of hype built up to it, especially with a week launch. Which is last time we had a week launch, we had the week pause. We had the introduction of Ultra Instinct, and that was one of the best episodes of the entire fucking series. Like, and then this one was hyped and built, and yes, we're gonna get Mastered Ultra Instinct, and we get that. And no, like, not a lot of people enjoyed that episode, like, but especially after the Vegeta episode. Like, you had this crowning achievement of the Prince of all Saiyans, like coming full circle and like trying his absolute damnedest and finally giving into his as far as he knew, his last words were, Kakarot, I leave it up to you. Like, this man, he purposely set out to kill. Like, possibly the last words he will ever utter are, I'm leaving this to you, Kakarot. He forgot he had the white mage in the stands, but still, like, because he's so focused on everything.
Sensubine!
He's so focused on everything, this could be his final dying breath. He gave his very life essence to Goku, this man who's been his enemy for 15 years, like his enemy / rival for 15 years. And then we have a light show.
The light shading was amazing.
Yeah,
and, like, especially when you mention like the comparison to the Vahasavica, and I really garbled that word. I'm sorry.
Drink.
Yeah, that one's for you, Raul. Like, that could have, especially if that's the comparison they're intending. Like, they could have done so much cooler animation with like that by actually like giving images of extra arms,
which they did before.
not just the blurs, but like his arms are moving so fast that it looks like he's, suddenly a multi-armed god.
Yeah, like they did that during the first introduction of it, where like he has, I think, four or six arms, and two of those arms are blocking punches, and like he's fluidly moving away, and he's moving so slow and so fluidly, but Jiren's like amped and he's going full hog on him, and
apparently not full hog as he can go, according to the episode preview.
He's Superman. He's as strong as he can be until he can't be anymore, and that's always what Jiren has been. That's the reason why it's been kind of all right, can we just wrap this up, because we know Goku's going to win. We know Jiren will be beat. Whether or not he dies and every universe is destroyed or not, that's literally the only thing that is hanging at the end of this, is the resolution at the end of the Universal Survival arc, not even like how we're going to get there, because Goku is going to win, or they're going to knock each other the fuck out and Frieza's going to win. Like,
where is Frieza?
Frieza wins by taking a nap.
I love all of the memes, by the way, all of the super memes.
Where's Mama? Where's Papa? Very good. Now, where's Frieza?
Like I bet he's thinking of other women. Where the fuck is Frieza?
One of the things I did really like about this episode was Vegeta talking smack to all the other gods.
Yes. Vegeta has zero chill, and I fucking love it, because he knows he's stronger than a bunch of them. Like, the insinuation is he's taken on Beerus at stronger levels than when Goku originally did. Like, he's able to stand toe to toe with Whis when Whis is relatively trying. Like, so he's talking shit because he can back it the fuck up.
Right, and that's, and again, that's the thing with like the whole conclusion of this story is, yeah, Jiren is Jiren, but Jiren can't be more Jiren than Goku can be Goku.
Exactly. Because he is Goku. Like,
and that's kind of why I don't like Goku very much.
Yeah, no, and Goku is the worst part of Dragon Ball, like, in my opinion.
Although Carrie did make a pretty entertaining comment while we were watching the episode, where she was like, well, if it's, based on not thinking, it's perfect for Goku.
Yeah, and well, that's kind of the insinuation, is he is able to become the empty vessel, unlike everybody else. Like, nobody else has that just raw fight in them like Goku does. So there could be like when Vegeta, there was this funny episode after Goku came down from Super Saiyan after fighting Caulifla. Vegeta just kind of goes slack and just lets Modu Changey dude beat on him. It's like every time he gets hit, damn it, if Kakarot could do this, so can I. It's like, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Yeah, unfortunately, Vegeta, you are too full of pride to be an empty vessel.
Exactly. And Vegeta owns the fuck out of it, and that's how we get such great episodes like the one before this last one.
I would love to see, I want to see where Vegeta's new form goes and what happens with that.
Yeah, the Super Vegeta Blue, or whatever the fuck they're calling it, like, yeah. I'm watching the dub right now, and they're going back, and it's the Goku Black arc, and they're flashing back to when Vegeta went Super Vegeta with Trunks. I'm like, Oh yeah, that was dumb, wasn't it? And kind of like Vegeta, Super Vegeta Blue. Like I just like kept naming forms after himself because it's fucking Vegeta.
It's the most Vegeta thing he can do.
Yeah, and I love just the fact that somehow it's permeated like going forward culture. Like the biggest thing that you can earn in Xenoverse 2 as a Saiyan is not Super Saiyan God, it's Super Vegeta. Like great. Like you go beyond. You get Super Saiyan 3, you get Super Saiyan Blue, and then you get to level 100, or you get to maximum affiliation with the Saiyan with Vegeta. And the ultimate form that he teaches you is Super Vegeta, and that's just great.
Yeah, like he manages to wish Kappa back and all of them, and now then, let me tell you how to go Super Vegeta.
Yes. And then there's Goku.
Also, I really want to see like the alt versus Vegeta.
Yes, I want. Yeah, like I mean, you kind of get to end Kappa. Like Kappa is what I would imagine Vegeta would be like with a a parent.
And also on a planet where Saiyans aren't dicks.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I really do love that there's a universe out there where the Saiyans are the heroes of justice.
Yeah, like they're just good people in Universe 6. But like any other sentient sapient race, you have some rough spots. That's the reason why Kale and fucking cauliflower. No, that's the fused form. Yeah. Yeah. Not Sheep Broly. Kale and cauliflower? No, fuck.
Kale and Sheely. It's not a Broly.
No, Kale is Sheely. She is Cicely. Because you got Broly and then Cicely. And then cauliflower, maybe cauliflower. I might be confusing the fused form, whatever.
Anyway.
Like they're Yakuza essentially in their universe, but even then they're like the good Yakuza where they still go and help people. Like
they're the Yankee anti-heroes, basically.
Yeah, basically. And it's great. And I sincerely hope we get a full Universe 6 arc after the end of Z so we can actually have maybe some kind of like, oh shit, Gohan died in Universe 6 and they don't have actual Dragon Balls because there are 2 Namekians now. And none of them have expressed the fact that they are Dragon Clans. So,
well, I mean, by the statistics, if they've absorbed every other Namekian, there should be some Dragon Clan in there.
Maybe. I don't know if they know how to make it though. Like, because their Namekian fusion seemed to be different than the Universe 7 Namekian fusion.
God, what the inside of their heads must sound like.
Oh, they kind of insinuate that like they didn't fight at the beginning of the universe survival arc because they were dealing with so many voices in their head, and then the voices realized that, and they did it all willingly. Basically, every Namekian's like, yeah, our universe can die if you guys aren't super powerful. So
everybody into the pool.
Yeah, basically. And then they were dealing with all the voices in their head, and they finally calmed down, and then they're like, yeah, so we can fight now. We're good.
Guys, if I could get you to calm the fuck down for 5 seconds.
Right.
Thank you.
So no Dragon Ball, no Dragon Ball episode. We've still got some good Dragon Ball talk out of this episode, so that works. Yay! I'm glad you guys caught up. That's good.
Well, not caught up, but
caught up to what's recent.
Yeah.
Don't know what's all going on in the end of things.
I mean, there's enough context to go off of, and I did get to see the glorious mustache.
Yeah, the top mustache. The mustache. Like my mustache is growing much faster than my beard, so I jokingly told Rachel, I'm just gonna let this explode and shave my beard. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna be Toppo for Dragon Con.
Or Super Saiyan Nappa.
I really want a Super Saiyan Nappa, I'm just saying.
By the way, I have a Dragon Ball Super card that has Nappa with hair, and it's freaking me out, man.
That is bizarre.
You guys do the outro. I'll go get the card.
Yeah, I need to see this shit. How do we do the outro?
I'm pulling it up. So you can I don't have CJ's script in front of us because it just has the email. You can email the show at geekioshow@gmail.com. We are on all social medias at /geekioshow, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff, Patreon as well. We have a Discord server where you can come and hang out with us, shoot the breeze, chat, all that good stuff. We do have a patrons only channel as well where you can hang out with us directly. As soon as I close notes, I forget what I'm saying. We also have a phone number, the Geek Hotline. You can call us at 727-489-4335. That is 727-489-GEEK. You can leave us a voicemail and we will answer you appropriately. Thanks again to Jonathan Young for letting us use his amazing rocking Attack on Titan cover for our intro. Hopefully I completely didn't fuck this up. And we don't have CJ. Okay, I was like, we don't have CJ to push the outro button, and then you came back. What the? It's not. It just looks like Raccoon.
Oh,
Josh, you're muted.
Nappa, no. Bald is definitely beautiful for you, buddy.
It's just black-haired Raccoon.
The name's Raccoon. It rhymes with doom, and you'll be hurting all too soon.
So, by the way, that's labeled as Nappa adolescence.
Nappa's awkward teenage years.
That was him trying to go emo and grow the hair over one eye.
Yeah, that was in the, I believe, yeah, I think the second Bardock movie where he stupidly went Super Saiyan. Because that's a thing.
Or Bardock did.
Bardock did.
Okay, I was gonna say, it's like, we don't have a canon Super Saiyan Nappa.
Nope.
I mean, we need one, but
Yes, we do.
Fighters get on that.
right.
Well, they poke at it. They poke fun at that, by the way. In the story mode, Cell meets Nappa for the first time, and Cell's like, and Nappa's like, "So you have all the best fighters in you? I bet I'm in there." And Cell's like, "I don't even know who you are. I'm Nappa. Vegeta's attendant for." Oh right, you're that idiot who can't even go Super Saiyan.
I don't need some kind of legendary transformation.
Yeah, that's a legendary transformation. Not everybody can do that. Oh, you silly boy. Damian Clark's Cell in Fighters is so good, by the way.
Amazing.
He just goes to 11 because he no longer gives a fuck. It's fantastic.
And that's in character for Cell.
Yeah, like he was reserved apparently before, because I went back and rewatched like some of the original dub. Kai, he's back over the top and ridiculous, but the original dub, he was like not like ridiculously over the top, and I love sassy ass Cell.
That's the thing is with something like Cell, with the sort of personality he's got, you have to be bombastic.
Yeah, but early 2000s, like they didn't allow Damien to really just go crazy, and then they're redubbing everything, and they're like, "Yep, just be and
Swing for the fences.
Be fabulous.
ooze perfection."
Own it.
I want to see Nappa, or not Nappa, I want to see Cell doing that gesture.
Well, actually, in his case, it would be visit to see. And then something would explode.
Yes, probably Trunks.
Poor Krillin.
Or Yamcha.
Oh, poor Yamcha.
All of the
You're
above.
assuming Cell would even put the effort into killing Yamcha.
I'm just happy to be. I'm just happy to be here, you guys.
This will show that Yamcha can even beat himself. Oh, Yamcha. Beating yourself is all you can do.
I saw that in the story mode. I was like, "Yep, this is the game that I wanted. This is what I needed for my Dragon Ball." All right, guys, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oyasumi nasai.
Hi, my name is Water Buffalo, and I hope you've enjoyed this Geek Media Network production. Copyright 2018, you see how that works?
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.